swapping that brownie mix. It's deliciousness personified. So I'm lowering the fat in the brownies. We're swapping out the fat in these brownies for no sugar added applesauce. They'll never know the difference. I always tell people after they've had the brownies, 'cause I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear all that noise come out their mouth talking about they're gonna be nasty. Nope, nope. In fact, when you swap out, when you exchange the fat in these brownies, with no sugar added applesauce, I think they taste even better. So that's what we're doing. Let me see. I'm trying to see, do y'all want nuts in these? Are we doing nuts or not? Okay, we can do nuts. 75% of us want nuts. Okay. Glad y'all said that because it's gonna be nuts for me. Now we gotta decide, do we want the sprinkles too? Because we got holiday sprinkles too. Are they cute? Should we add the sprinkles with the nuts? Just saying. Should we do sprinkles with the nuts? What do y'all think? Sprinkles and nuts? So we're also doing no sugar added applesauce. Swapping out the fat for no sugar added applesauce. So we're going to really cut our calories. And these are going to be so moist and juicy because of that simple swap. So we're going to keep the eggs because eggs are a perfect protein. That's why. Eggs are a perfect protein. We're going to keep the eggs and swap the fat. Merry, merry to you. Happy, happy, happy. And yes, welcome in, friends. This is KendyK all day. Yes, KendyK does have to work today. It's a Monday. So, yes, I'm working. That's why I'm up doing holiday baking right now. 2 eggs. So, we've got 2 eggs. Gotta check the recipe, y'all. 2 eggs, 3 tablespoons of water. And in lieu of the vegetable oil that would be in this recipe, we are swapping out for no sugar added applesauce. So no vegetable oil in these brownies. We're going to keep the moistness and lower the fat substantially by swapping out, substituting no sugar added applesauce in lieu of the fat. How many tablespoons did I just need? I think I said 2. I know KendyK. It's that 50-year-old brain. It fails. Okay, what did I do with my measuring spoons? And I refuse to buy new measuring spoons because how many pair of measuring spoons does KendyK already have? Too many to count. So I just refuse because it just makes no sense. I need to find my measuring spoons. So each of these little cups is 4 ounces. So we'll put 2 of these in and leave out the vegetable oil in this brownie recipe. Yeah. Thank y'all for hitting that like button. I appreciate you. I'm looking for my measuring spoons because we need 2 tablespoons of water. They're in this drawer. That'd be a good place to put them. Hmm. We did back shop on Friday, so I know I had them Friday. So it should probably just be. What did I do? Oh. Huh. One thing I know about brownies, they're very forgiving. So we need 2 tablespoons of water. We're gonna call that a tablespoon. Because I don't know where my measuring spoons are. 1, 2. Then we go in with the vegetable oil, but we're not going to use the vegetable oil. We're going to go in with 1 cup of no sugar added applesauce instead of the vegetable oil. Great swap to lower the fat in the brownies. You can thank me later. Good morning, friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ooh. Then we're going to get some breakfast going. I feel that in my spirit. I feel some breakfast is appropriate. I tell you what, I know it was cold in my neck of the woods yesterday. 28 degrees. Probably was the high for the day. I need to double check that, but close enough. Do y'all like applesauce? I do too. So we're not putting any vegetable oil in this. The swap to lower the fat is to, instead of vegetable oil, we're swapping out no sugar added applesauce, relying on the natural sugars. And actually, I don't even tell people. I don't even tell people that I have swapped out the applesauce. I wait till they've eaten it and say how juicy and moist they are, and they don't know when. I don't know when I've had a moist, juicy brownie. And y'all have to let me know because this is a choose your own baking adventure with KendyK. So you all have to let me know. Are we doing Wait a minute. What happened over here? Something happened over here. Y'all have to let me know. Are we doing nuts or no? What about sprinkles? Drop it in the chat. I've got a poll going. This was a choose your own adventure. Baking with KendyK alive. This is our holiday bake shop. Thank you for the feedback. We did this on Friday, I believe it was. Was it Friday or was it Saturday? Who knows? But I enjoyed y'all, so we're back again. Because we got to do the brownies. Gotta do brownies. Okay, nuts and sprinkles. Okay, so we can do nuts in these. And it looks like 64% of us say yes. KendyK, bring on those nuts. Nuts being chopped pecans. So these brownies are gonna be low in fat, but full on flavor, full on deliciousness. Coming right up. Full on deliciousness. Lower the fat. Swapping out no sugar added applesauce. And I love applesauce. So we're giving them full on deliciousness. Hey y'all, hey, it's KendyK all day. Oven is already preheated to 325 degrees. Hey, Q, Q, I'm trying to connect with you. Send me a message, Q. I need to connect today. Mm-hmm. Hi, Kathy. Hi, good morning, friends. Look at all the friends. 60 plus and Sophie. Good morning, Catherine. Good morning. Yeah, I like eggs though, because eggs are a perfect protein. So instead of we swapped out in this recipe, KendyK is swapping out the I already swapped out. So no, we're not doing any vegetable oil in this. Instead, I swapped out no sugar added applesauce. 1 cup of no sugar added applesauce in lieu of the vegetable oil. I like to keep it a secret until people have tasted the brownies and they're like, oh my God, these are so decadent. They're so moist, delicious. Everyone, we are making brownies. And y'all get to help me choose. Are we putting nuts in these brownies? Drop in the comments. And there's a poll. Are we doing nuts? Are we doing nuts and sprinkles? Or I guess you could choose no, but why would we? My oven is already preheated to 325 degrees. Hey, SFA, good morning, friend. Good day to you, friend. No, these are just Mott's applesauce. And they were on sale. Mott's brand was on sale, but the Great Value brand, the store brand, works great for applesauce. Yep, good question. Hey, Maverick. Monique Cole, good morning, and thank you for supporting to moderate the stream. If you're driving to work, y'all be safe. Put your seatbelt on anytime you get in the car. This is our brownie mix. Brownies going down. Oven preheated 325 degrees. This is just a little bit smaller baking dish. So it's a little bit larger. It's like 9 inches by 8. It's like 9 by 8. It's a Hell's Kitchen baking dish. Thank you, friends. My friend gave me that baking dish. Welcome in, friends. Welcome. This is KendyK all day. Thank y'all for coming to the bake shop. So we can do more holiday baking. And yes, I'm absolutely doing this holiday baking before I start my workday. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I've already sprayed our pan with some baking spray. So it'll be non-stick. Brownies going in. Hope everyone's having a great day so far. If you're not, you got to change your mindset, friends. Don't let anybody steal your joy. One thing about it, we're here. God's grace and mercy. Ooh, look at that, yo. God's grace and mercy. God saw fit to spare our lives. Thank you to those who checked on me yesterday. I did lose my tea yesterday. She earned her wings yesterday. So I hope that you have already, thank God for life, health, and strength, a reasonable portion of our health and strength. Yeah, I'm going around with my clean paper towel, get these edges because these little, if you don't get them, they'll burn. They will burn. So clean up these little edges. Edge of the right pan. Yeah. One thing I know for sure, she is resting with the Lord. I'm trying to think exactly how old my auntie was, but we know she was in her 80s. But especially at this time of the year. Q, did you get my message yesterday? I hope you got my message yesterday. I kept checking to see, but I wasn't. But I do need to. We do need to connect today. Okay, I will do. Okay, I just heard my phone ding. We'll do as soon as I get my brownies in the oven. So let me check and see if we are doing nuts. Yes, we're definitely doing nuts because 61% of us said nuts, and some people don't like. 28% said no nuts in the brownies. And then it looks like there's some fun. We got some fun bus people, like KendyK's people. who want us to do nuts and the sprinkles. So let's do this. We can do some with nuts, some without. I've done that before. These are pecans. One of my favorite nuts, especially in sweets, pecans. Instead, these are chopped pecans, but they should in big pieces. Our oven is preheated to 325 degrees. As you can see, KendyK, I don't mind chopped pecans. So let's do nuts on that side, and then let's do sprinkles on this side. Sprinkles on this side. Let's just sprinkles over here. I finally figured out how. I'm so glad y'all were with me on Friday when we did Bake Shop on Friday, because I finally figured out how to do the sprinkles, how to open the sprinkle container. Because I was like, how did how did they have these sprinkles and I can't even get them out of the container? User error. Now I talked to my sister over the weekend, and she said, what did she say she got at Walmart? Some food item, produce. Can't remember exactly what she said, but she said it was, oh, a cabbage. She said she bought a cabbage, and she said a cabbage was had so many black spots in it, old, and they gave it to her in her grocery order. And so she went through the app, and normally they just refund it, just give you your money back and apologize. She said they told her to return it to the store. I said no, they didn't. So I don't know what that's about. Like they wanted her to get back in her car and return it to the store. No, 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 no. Y'all, we used all of the. Ooh, goodness gracious! But we got all these. Never fear. We got all these sprinkles left. Yes, 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 yes. Welcome in, friends. Welcome in. Our oven is preheating. Yeah, I'm gonna move you back. I'm gonna move you back so that we can get the brownies in the oven. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's KendyK all day. Oops, sorry. I hit the tripod. Y'all already know what happened. Y'all already know what happened. These are they. Here's our brownies. It's KendyK all day. Look at Monique using her custom emojis. Love, love, love the custom emojis. Yes, love to see it. Let the good times roll. Y'all, don't forget we have our, if you remember KendyK's crew, we have our Christmas party on Thursday evening. Look for the thumbnail so you can see the exact time for your time zone. Ooh, y'all. It's hot. Hot pan in the oven. Can y'all see it? And our brownies need to cook for, we'll do about 32 minutes. Because the pan is bigger than an 8x8. That would be a square pan. And it's smaller than a 9x9. It's actually like a 9x7.5. I think I measured it previously. So what did I say? 32 minutes? Y'all know how I do. 32 minutes. And start. Okay, let's turn the light on so we can see. We can monitor the progress of our work. This is our holiday bake shop. Welcome in, friends. Welcome, Lauren. Thank you for joining us. Look, you used a word there, Warren. Let me see what that means. I don't know. You might have made a spelling error because that doesn't seem appropriate to talk about cons. So, but let me know. Might be something I don't understand. SFA, welcome in. Good morning. Mary, Jenda, welcome, friends. Good day. Good day. Everybody on the sound of my voice, have a great day. Hoping your day is going well and blessed. Good day. Welcome, 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 welcome to KendyK's Bake Shop. Hi, Maverick. We're making brownies. Brownies just went in. Brownies just went in. So we got all this deliciousness in these wonderful brownies. And we lowered the fat with a great swap. Swap it out. The vegetable oil for no sugar added applesauce. We lowered the fat with no sugar added applesauce. Now let's start thinking about breakfast. Let's start thinking about breakfast. Anybody have any ideas for breakfast? Brownies are in the oven. Good day, friends. Good day, mates. I'm gonna start a simmer pot too. I'm gonna start a simmer pot. Y'all have to watch me starting Sunday dinner yesterday. And y'all, that beef roast, I recorded it when I took the beef roast out of the oven, but I tried to cook it in my mini crock pot, not this mini crock pot, but I tried to cook it in my mini crock pot, and even though I cut the beef roast down, it was just too much. Even though it was a small beef roast, it was too much. So I ended up still just putting it in the oven. But baby, I'm glad I did because that beef roast was amazing. So check out KendyK's Sunday dinner live stream from yesterday. I always try to get my Sunday dinner going early. Actually, before Shot Talk for church. I did church at home yesterday. I don't like it online. Church, I can watch them online. I did end up going out later yesterday because they had a special IKEA event at IKEA in their expo room, and they had invited some small entrepreneurs, small businesses to come in and do like pop-up shop style. It was so nice. Oh my gosh, I was very impressed. So I got just a couple things that were on sale at IKEA. No, I'm talking like dollar, $2. I don't think I bought anything from IKEA, but I did also support several small businesses. So happy to do that. Yeah. But other than those little items, I'm in no spend season. I don't need a thing. More stuff just means more stuff. I had a few dishes here. Just washing up stuff, y'all. Oh, here. Knocking stuff around. Sorry. Okay, let me check this email. Hope everyone's having a great day. If you're in the car, drive safely. And thank you for staying locked in, though. I appreciate that as always. But always be safe as well. Traveling grace and mercies to you. Okay. welcome, friends. We've got brownies in the oven. I feel like maybe I should give y'all an oven cam. Let me go find that other shorter tripod. Then we can give y'all some oven coverage. We'll be on oven watch. What did I do with the other? Yeah. Good morning, good day, friends. Have a wonderful day. I love the little brown gnomes in here. Representation matters. Aren't they cute? I got that on clearance nope, 2 years ago. I only pull them out this time of year. Move this tripod out. Can y'all see? Can y'all see the brownies? Let me see. Hold your phone. Hold your phone. There, there. Let me turn the light. Turn off the lights. And I can move. How's that? Better? Okay. I think that's a little bit better. I think that's a little bit better. And my pink shoes. They do feel like on a cloud. I love these. We've got 20 minutes remaining for the brownies. 20 minutes and 23 seconds. Okay, Monique says, yes, KendyK, we can see. Thank you, Mo. Yes, everyone, be safe. Okay. Hi, husband. Hi, Monique. Good day, friends. And yes, I saw morning prayer. I had already said, well, I'll say my prayers as soon as I wake up. But I saw prayer. But I was also trying to get my brownies accomplished. Yes, I saw our friends in the YouTube streets doing their prayer. Corporate prayer is amazing. Corporate being just group prayer, not as in corporate business, but believers coming together. That's a powerful thing. All hearts and minds. All hearts and minds clear. Amen. Amen. I think I'm gonna pull it up a little bit. See if y'all can see down in there. Okay, I think it's better. Yes. There we go. There we go, KendyK. You got it. Nope. I think you did too much there. Let's see. Okay, we have sound. I didn't put my finger over the sound and turn the sound off, so we're good to go. So nuts in the brownies, 60% said yes, 28% said no. That's why we did a half and a half situation. And we got nuts and sprinkles. So I think we have met everyone's needs. Hope we did anyway. It'll be interesting to see if the sprinkles all melt. We have a few left. If they do melt, we'll just put the last few on top just before we take them out. 21, Monique, 21 degrees. I haven't gone outside yesterday yet. Excuse me. I have not gone outside yet today, but yesterday when I went outside, it was 28 degrees, and that was the high. And it was for real cold. Okay, I feel like I'm just sitting here chit chatting with y'all, which is okay, but I feel like I need to be productive and think about breakfast, though it's too early for my breakfast. So I'll just chit chat with my friends, with my YouTube family. That's y'all. Or welcome, friends. I have a much slower paced work week this week than I did last week, so that's a blessing. That's a blessing. You know, the closer you get to the holidays, things start slowing down, at least on my work. But yeah, last week was a beast. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. I forgot. We had some things to come up last Friday. 18 degrees. Oh my goodness, Monique. Oh my goodness. Wowzer. 14 minutes left on the brownies.
Happy holiday. It's your girl KendyK. Um, bringing holiday cheer me to you. Turning that magic to my candy crew. Hot talk season, full of the steam. Ideas, but I'm making channels complete. Little spotlights, feel on the rise with love. So I'm on the side, so unite, sharing love on the way. I think with
I just love that song. Love Heart Queen did that song for me. I just, it's just the perfect little holiday Yeah, I just love it. I just love it. I just do. I sure do. 12 minutes left on the brownies. 12 minutes and 30 seconds, a little bit less. I am going back and making sure I add. Yeah, this is Vlogmas. What am I? I'm tripping. I didn't even put Vlogmas in the title. KendyK, what are you doing? And since I'm in the description box, I'm gonna put music. Because she was so nice and kind to prepare this for me. So for my holiday and Vlogmas content, so I certainly want to show my appreciation and making sure I give her credit. Yeah, I think that's going to be an episode of Shop Talk. It's just talking about basic business, YouTube street etiquette. I tell you the truth, people. Common sense is not that common anymore. Common respect, basic respect isn't that common anymore. Unfortunately. But I don't know, maybe I won't though, because everybody grown. Supposedly anyway, so maybe that's none of my business. I'm probably gonna pray about that. I'm probably not gonna touch it. Now that I think about what I just said, I'm probably not gonna touch it. Probably not gonna touch that. If your home training and your life experience hasn't taught you that now, who am I? It ain't for me to teach you. Yeah. So forget I said that. They'll figure it out by and by, won't they? We'll understand it better by and by. Vlogmas day 15. Mm. Our sprinkles are melting a little bit, but they're gonna mostly remain intact from what it looks like. And I did spray the bottom of the pan, just the bottom of the pan, only with baking spray. So we'll have a non-stick brownie. So once I got outside yesterday, I haven't gone outside this morning, thank goodness. But once I got outside yesterday afternoon, I realized why I could never get warm in the house yesterday because it was 27, 28 degrees outside yesterday. And I'm glad I didn't turn the heat up before I left the house yesterday. Because what's the use of me turning the heat up when I'm about to leave out? So when I got back though, I turned my heat up because what am I working for if I want to sit up in my house uncomfortable because I'm so cold? Mm-hmm. Monique agrees. Common sense is just not that common. Common sense and common courtesies. Oh, 42 sounds 42 sounds much better than to be down in these 20s. But I'll tell you, over the weekend, my mom is in the Midwest, and she said it was 2 degrees. 2 degrees. So I guess I could also be grateful for the 27, 28 degrees that we had yesterday. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Welcome, friends. Thank y'all for joining us. For the 300 plus of you who have rolled through here, I appreciate you. Oh, I can finish up my description. Finish the description here. I guess because sitting here chit chatting with y'all, it just felt so good. So I'm just trying to lean into that. But I should probably be more productive than that. So this was a low-fat brownie swap. So I just followed the directions on the back of the box. And then to lower the fat in these, I swapped out, instead of the vegetable oil, I did not include any of the vegetable oil as per the directions on the back of the box. I just simply substituted 1 cup of no sugar added applesauce. And trust me, these are going to be delicious. So each of the little cups of applesauce are 4 ounces. So that's a half a cup. So I use 2 of them. Each of the little cups in these individual servings of applesauce are 4 ounces. So I used 2 of those to get to 8 ounces. Let me add that so people will know. And these are going to be so moist, so good. I had some hashtags on here. I'm gonna go ahead and add my tags as well. This is, I always cross reference every one of my videos that I do in live streams. So this will be, of course, in live cooking, my live cook alongs. It will go there. It'll also be in my Vlogmas playlist. And desserts, right? Definitely go on the delicious desserts. You know, I have a delicious desserts playlist too. If you want to see all KendyK's desserts, brownies are surely a delicious sweet dessert. So bang, bang, bang. I got that into three. Probably shouldn't have said that because people might think I'm talking about something else. But just like that, I dropped that into three playlists because you never know what people might be thinking about. And it may not be thinking in the same way that you are. So I've got some initial tags in here. Let's add some more. So low fat brownie. So we can say low fat. So now we're going into the back office. We're going in to YouTube Studio and adding tags. Hashtags are public facing. Viewers and subscribers, members of KendyK's crew can see those. But now we're going down into the tags, down deeper down into YouTube Studio. And these are private. And these will just, if anybody searches for low fat brownie recipes, they're gonna get KendyK's low fat brownie. Um, brownie swap. Brownies with applesauce. Yeah, so you have to think, how would somebody search for it using YouTube or using Google? That's what you want to put in the tag section. Tags can take spaces, they can take capital letters, they can take short phrases. Hashtags are all one word. So even if you use a hashtag that has three short words in it, there's no spaces in hashtags. But when you do tags, you can have spaces. And I usually do it both ways. So I can have a quick brownie recipe. I can have an easy brownie recipe. And then always do this, how to make brownies. I'm just saying. Yes. And I put it with spaces. How space to space make space brownies. And here's another one. I put it all run together. How to make brownies with no spaces. But sometimes people type it like that too. Either way, you're being led back to KendyK's brownies. Okay. It cut the stove off. I don't know if I like it that it does that. I never did read the directions to this stove, y'all. I'm sure I can do something for it not to do that. I'm looking to see if they have kind of pulled away from the pan. Brownies, like all other things that you cook, that you bake. Can y'all see? It looks really blurry. Does it look blurry to y'all? Hold on. Oh, you know what? I know what I did. Oh, hold your phone, y'all. I zoomed out. Brownies will keep cooking. Let's give them one more minute. The residual heat they'll keep cooking when I pull them out. Now brownies cook differently than, let's say, cake. If you were cooking a cake, brownies are gonna cook different. So it says brownie is done when toothpick inserted 1 inch from the edge of the pan comes out clean. They're pretty. And we still have intact sprinkles in holiday colors. Pretty, super pretty, y'all. They smell like brownies. Ooh, they smell so nice. Yes. Okay, so I think I have everything in here to maximize. And then the category I chose was how to and style. That I've learned that that is the category that gives me the most views, even over me choosing. Yeah, how to and style. Because that's kind of where a vlog would be as well. Oh, the other one you could choose is people and blogs, but again, the how to, making this more like a how to, is I've learned for me and my content, how I deliver content as a part-time creator, works best for me. So don't forget to also, I don't know why I kind of rolled this on into Shop Talk, supporting creators. Yeah, because that's KendyK. That's quintessential KendyK. Trying to help somebody along the way because people help me. And thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. Okay. Now I'm gonna pull y'all back just a bit. I'm gonna pull y'all back. Pull y'all back so I can get the brownies out. Laptop on the loose. Almost dropped the laptop. Jesus, take the wheel. Oh, here's right here. You would think as many times as I've been in the dollar store in the last couple of days, I would get me another oven mitt. But that would be too much like right. That would be too much like right, y'all. Pull y'all back just a little bit more. Brownies are done. Oh yeah, they're done. You make sure I didn't. So it's a lot for KendyK. Ooh, don't they look pretty? We've got nuts and sprinkles. We did a choose your own adventure. And we settled on nuts. Mm-mm. No sugar added applesauce on the loose. Water your gremlins. Okay. Are those your plants? You all have an amazing day as well. Amazing day. Lala, I will not laugh with you on that. Lala. I'm not even gonna read what Lala wrote. Y'all check in the comments. Lala, America's High Five Coach, is over there doing the most. She is so funny. Thank you for the chuckle. Thank you for the chuckle. Okay. We're gonna let those cool. We're gonna let our brownies cool. Cancel off. Wait a minute. Before I hit off, I already hit off. I turn the stove back on so I can turn the light off in the oven. There we go. Now we're off. Okay, and I think I finally got everything set up. So what I will do to drive traffic after this live stream ends, I will go back and leave a comment, pin a comment to the top. And I do lots of different variations of that. I will put a comment on from if one of my viewers writes a good comment that is on topic for cooking low fat brownies during the holidays. I will pin their comment to the top. It's a way to honor my viewers and subscribers and KendyK's crew members. Or I will also drop a link to one of my playlists. I'm just telling you what I was able to do or learned to do, the tips that I actually used and worked so that I could get through and get the watch hours that I needed to full monetization. So I'm happy to share it. And these are not things that I came up with. These are the tips that I use from other creators. And so I'm sharing them because they worked. Some didn't work. So I'm only sharing the things that actually did work. And that was, you know, taking the time, making the time. And you don't always have the time right then, but be intentional when you do have time. And I always am intentional to make sure you want traffic during the live stream and then you want traffic on the replay as well. And I also will, in addition to sharing a playlist of my other desserts, or I'm either going to point them, and maybe I'll point them to both. I'll share the Vlogmas playlist. They want to stay in the holiday spirit. Then I also share my playlist link to Delicious Desserts, which is my all dessert playlist. And then I'll let them know to also check the description box so that they could see the recipe to make these low fat brownies because you just use regular brownie mix. And then we swap out 1 cup of no sugar added applesauce for the vegetable oil in the box recipe. And Lala, because we know Lala doesn't eat a lot of eggs, as I understand it, but I could have that wrong. But you could swap out the eggs again, adding more applesauce. But for me, eggs are a perfect protein. So We like the protein. Good morning, Vanessa. Welcome, friend. Welcome in. This is KendyK all day. I'm wonderful, Vanessa. Welcome, friend. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for leaving us a comment. Thank you. Lala says more sprinkles. Lala, we emptied the sprinkles on that on those on the brownies. We emptied the sprinkles. So I'm making good use of all these sprinkles. Ooh, pistachios. Oh, I love pistachios. I like. I meant to type that to you. I like pistachios too. Hey, Norman's here. Yeah, bake those brownies. Bake them live, Monique. Challenging Monique. Challenge. It's a friendly challenge, Monique. Bake those brownies live. Or make it into a video. Record, record, record. No problem. One thing that I'm hyper aware of now is that there are people all over the world watching your content. So I'm not focused on, yeah, y'all gotta get out. If you're only focused on content creators that you know, then you're thinking way too small for your channel. You gotta get out there and focus on viewers who may never comment, but they're watching all of your content. Those are the people I'm trying to reach and connect with. Yes. Stop thinking so small. YouTube is global. And there are millions, billions of people available to watch your content. You have to reach them. You've got to get out there and reach them. Maverick, we just did some low-fat brownies for the holidays. We just did some holiday baking, KendyK's Bake Shop. I love the bake shop because that's probably one of my best childhood memories is baking with my mom. Me and my sister baking with my mom for the holidays. Yes. So that's kind of things I do on my channel. Is that just, better times. Times where we didn't have to pay bills every 30 days. We didn't have to avoid watching the news because it's all doom and gloom. Damien says he could eat this in one city. Damien. So what I'll do also to lower the fat is to lower, these won't be square brownies. These, well, they are going to be square brownies, but they're going to be brownie bites. These will be brownie bites. So you're going to get like 2 bites out of a little brownie bite instead of having a regular size brownie. If you portion them out smaller, then hopefully you'll be more mindful. So you'll get a little bite of deliciousness. Then you can enjoy peanut butter cookies. And oh my God, y'all, the peanut butter cookies. Oh my gosh, they loved them. Hi, Menda. Hi, friend. Normie, Menda. All the friends in the chat, thank you for chatting it up with us. Yes, everyone likes nuts. 68% of us like nuts. 23% said no. That's why we did sprinkles on the other side. And then 10% said yes, KendyK nuts and sprinkles. So I think we accommodated everybody. We honored everyone's wishes. Our brownies are cooling. If you hear the little fan, that's just the fan cooling off the stove, the oven. Hi, Norman. Yeah, we swapped out applesauce for vegetable oil in this recipe. Okay. Why will it only sit over there? Covering up the brownie dot. Okay, that's better. Welcome, friends. Thank you all for joining me. This is KendyK all day.
Happy holiday. It's your girl KendyK. Uh, bringing holiday cheer. Me to you. Honey, that magic to me. Candy fruit. Shop talk season. Pull up the scene. Ideas black and making shit on some things. Nails polish. You wanna ride. It's like you know me. Side. That's how you like. Share love all the way.
And friends, I'm going to do the Rice Krispies. We're going to do Rice Krispies too today. So, as part of Bake Shop. So, stay tuned. Stick and stay. Won't be on this stream. We'll do another stream for Rice Krispies. KendyK's Bake Shop. Baking up deliciousness for the holidays. And chit chatting. And one thing KendyK can do now, I can run my mouth. I can run that mouth.
Happy holiday. It's your girl KendyK.
I was letting the brownie roll.
Candy fruit, shop talk season, pull up the scene. Ideas dropping, making shit on some feet. Nails polish, you on the rise. With you know it's going live outside. So you know sharing love all the way.
I want to thank the low card queen for preparing that lovely holiday theme music for me. Just in time for Vlogmas. Appreciate your friend. Met her in the YouTube streets and now call her friend. Amen. the children in my community get out of school for the holidays? Probably early part of next week, I would imagine. I was gonna maybe check. I don't need to check it. I'm just being nosy. Y'all know when the children in your community get out of school for the holidays? One good thing is I told you that pot roast goes far because even with the boy, we have pot roast left. So I know I look, he may not be able to eat it for leftovers, but I was we have leftovers. Look, while I'm talking, probably better check to see. He might be done got me. You know these kids stay up half the night. So but yesterday we had plenty pot roast left over. These are they, my friends. These are they. Look at the brownies. KendyK's Bake Shop. These are they. Now the brownies are on the stove. Y'all help yourself. Brownies are on the stove. Y'all help yourself. You're more than welcome.
Happy holiday. It's your girl KendyK. Um, okay. Bringing holiday cheer. Meaning you.
And they're just cooling off, y'all. Gotta let them cool. Thank you all for joining us, though. They're done. Just letting them cool off. I substituted the fat in this recipe, in this box recipe. I just substituted no sugar added applesauce in lieu of the vegetable oil. I kept the eggs because eggs for me are perfect protein on my health journey. But you could substitute the eggs and the vegetable oil with applesauce. So I took out the vegetable oil, followed the directions on the package, but took out the vegetable oil and substituted 1 cup of no sugar added applesauce. Pitts like, hey, Mrs. Pitts, welcome, friend. Good day to you as well. She said she'll take hers hot. I know that's right. Well, I like them kind of warm myself, but we want to make sure we can cut them. We got to cut them clean. We're going to cut these clean. We want clean cuts. Y'all check in the description box. I put some information about how to cut your brownies. So they'll be nice and pretty for serving. Thank y'all for joining me. This is KendyK all day.
Happy holiday. It's your girl KendyK. Okay. Bringing holiday cheer. Meaning you. holiday. It's your girl KendyK. Oh, and from your friend.
Yes, friends. Yes. Let's see if we can cut our brownies. See if they are cool for us now. I'm working today. Are you? I'm working today. Are you? Well, the pan is got a little warmness at the bottom, but I'm able to pick it up. So they're cooling down for us fast. Let's see where we are at. Just using a small blade knife. We're doing brownie bites, y'all. Brownie bites. Brownie bites. We're doing bright. We're doing brownie bites. Is this a bite? Mmm. Mmm. Y'all, they need to cool off a little bit more. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Y'all, oh my goodness. They are delicious. Y'all, the brownies are delicious. The brownies are delicious, y'all. I'm just saying, they're delicious. I had to make sure they were good, and they're still too warm to cut because we want them to cut clean and nice little bites. They are delicious. Monique, they're delicious. Oh my goodness. They're delicious. Did I say they are delicious? Oh yeah. Did I show y'all the my little elves I had picked up? I got these way back in the fall when they were just starting to put the things out for Christmas time at Dollar Tree. And I just remembered that I had them. Or I found the bag. Look, look at my little elves. I hope your Dollar Tree still has them. I got them way back like in October when the fall things were still out. Might have been September, y'all. Aren't they cute? I thought they were super cute. Check the description box if you want to know how I lowered the fat in these brownies. Check the description box for me. Thank you all for joining me. We're still cooling them off, but check for the description box for cutting tips and to get to swap out the fat in these delicious decadent brownies. All right, goodbye for now. Thank you all for watching.